Not even half a level, man. Not even half a level, man.
Bro, I'm gonna get like 200 levels.
There you go.
I'm not even joking. I'm gonna get
What level are you at?
1158.
Let me think here.
Whole hour of
1 hour. All right.
1158.
So you're in the 1,000, right? 1,158?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, I think you'll end at 1,158.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
That's as far low as it can go. Keep what open? Well, I can close it. You can close it. That's fine. You comfy, friend? Yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. All right. You guys let me start? Intermission. And then, yeah. All right. Let's do this.
Blizzard is really desperate for money.
All right. Let's do this. Music? Should we put music on? All right, get very close behind me, Jason. Focus. Let's focus. If you want to be part of this, I need absolute focus.
Wait, what? No!
All right. Christ, your life amazing. Thank you, Jesus, that you have not abandoned us, but left answers for what the good life looks like. A life of beauty, a life of self-giving love. For you have modeled it. You are not okay with individuals and communities hoarding power, oppressing the poor, the widow, the oppressed. And Jesus, you let yourself be oppressed, so that the fear of death cannot be on the children of God. That your glory, your goodness is deposited in us. We just look to you. We look to you, our Eden. For you are wisdom. Maybe just learn how you operate. Draw deeper to you, so we can be the healing to the community that you have called your agents to be. For when the church compromises, we suffer and the world suffers. Show us what it means to pass the test, so we could be there for the other. Wonderful awesome name, amen. Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 21, a rule of life. God spoke all these words. I am Yahweh, your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of a household of serfs. You will not have other gods over against me. You will not make yourself a sculpture. So remember, Yahweh saved the Israelites from war, right? They came against him. And now they're on the mountain. He's making a covenant with them. And this is how his covenant with the Israelites are going to look. So God spoke all these words. I am Yahweh your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of a household of serfs. So you remember what serfs were? Yeah, they're like another word for slaves. They saved the Egyptians. They saved the Israelites from the Egyptians, from being slavery. You will not have have other gods over against me. You will not make yourself a sculpture or any likeness of anything in the heavens above, on the earth below, or in the waters under the earth. You will not bow down to them. You will not serve them, because I, Yahweh your God, am a passionate God, visiting the waywardness of parents on children, on the third and fourth generation, in respect of people who oppose me, but showing commitment to 1,000 generations, in respect of people who give themselves to me and keep my commands. You will not lift up the name of Yahweh your God in respect of emptiness, because Yahweh will not acquit someone who lifts up his name in respect of emptiness. Be mindful of the Sabbath day to make it holy. 6 days you can serve and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath for Yahweh your God. You will not do any work, you, your son or daughter, your male or female servant, or the resident alien within your settlement, because in 6 days Yahweh made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. That is why Yahweh praised the seventh day and made it holy. Honor your father and mother, so that your days may not be long on the ground that Yahweh your God is going to give you. So that your days may be long on the ground that Yahweh your God is going to give you. You will not murder. You will not commit adultery. You will not steal. You will not give false testimony against your neighbor. You will not covet your neighbor's household. You will not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female servant, or his ox or ass, or anything your neighbor has. Verse 18 and 21. Take further the people's witnessing of the scary accompaniments of God's appearing, and take further Moses' reassurance of them. All the people witnessed the thunder and lightning, the sound of the trumpet, and the mountains surrounded by smoke. When the people saw it, they trembled and stood at a distance. You speak to us, and we will listen, they said to Moses, but don't let God speak to us, or we'll die. Moses responded to the people, don't be afraid, for God has come to test you, so that you will fear him and will not sin. And the people remained standing at a distance as Moses approached the total darkness where God was. So this is where Yahweh says, now here, I have saved you with an outstretched arm. This is how it is between you and me. And then he welcomes them to come up. But they were fearful, right? And so then Moses went up on behalf of the Israelites into total darkness. Can you like be a space where you can see the screen?
I'm watching it from here.
You're watching it from there? Okay.
Yeah, that way I can see it.
As a seminary professor in England, it was my task to ask the students who were my particular pastoral responsibility about their rule of life. The idea of a rule of life had become popular, though maybe the idea was more popular than actually keeping a rule. A rule of life might cover the pattern of your church worship, your Bible reading and prayer, your fasting and giving, and your reflection on your relationship with God. It might also cover how much time you spent shopping or taking exercise, how much you drank and ate, what time you went to bed, how much hospitality you offer people, whether you go on retreat and spend them in silence. Many Christians used to be hesitant about the idea of a rule of life because it seemed legalistic. But it doesn't have to be. So you guys get what a rule of life is? Yeah, what do you think rule of life means? Kind of, yeah. It's like I present myself as a clinger of Jesus. That is my rule of life. Everything I hope and believe filters out of that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like good, like it's,
Yeah.
so it's like the good, like it's all the sin and all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want this, I don't want this.
Yeah, it's like
And then the water's kind of like to like makes all the stuff disappear like God did on the cross.
Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm shaking, imagine I have a pan of dirt and gold. And that pan shows me where the gold's at.
Yeah. And the gold represents good stuff. But
Yeah,
the
that's-
dirt represents bad stuff.
Yep, so
And the water represents God dying on a cross for all of our sins.
that's a good analogy.
That's probably the best I am.
Yeah. And so like it literally just it's cleaning the dirt off the gold to find the treasures. But then what's great is I'm looking and searching, but then at the same time the water has already washed me and I'm declared good and holy. And
So it's like you're the gold and like you're just surrounded in the water. Like, no, you be clean. Bam.
but I do know that I can bring kingdom of heaven here on earth, have moments of refreshment,
By like telling people about Yahweh.
and that's my rule of life.
Yeah, like you talking about Yahweh. That's basically amazing.
So yeah, a real life.
It's kind of like the quest, especially your main quest. Okay?
Yeah. And so everyone, whether they know it or not, have a rule of life. Saying that they don't have a rule for life means they have a rule for life. Because that means their rule is unwilly-nilly. Everyone goes a direction.
For me, it's kind of right now. Like,
Yeah. And so yeah, so when he says like, oh, my headset just died. So when you bear the name Yahweh, especially in the ancient sense, it's saying that Yahweh is your rule of life. He's your covenant. So it's more than, doing the good do's and not doing the bad do's. It's about this is my king, my Lord, my banner. Everyone,
that's what you represent.
yep, and everyone.
Kind of like whenever you're going for your
Mm-hmm.
like what? This is kind of a bad analogy, but pretend one next time. I want that.
Yeah, and then imagine, still, let's say Trump versus Biden, and imagine it'll be like let's say I'm pro-Trump, let's just say it, and I put,
But you're not.
but I'm neither. It's complicated. Politics are complicated, but it's just this is a good analogy. I literally put red, make America great. I have banners of Trump everywhere. I wave a flag of Trump's face, and everything I do, I'm like, all right, what would Trump do in this situation? And it's like that way. It's like literally your identity, your rule of life revolves, and this is. And so this is the Israelites. Their rule of life. They're bearing God's name, which literally means, and you do not do in an unworthy manner. Like, let's say I'm bearing the name of Trump, okay? Then I go and vote for Biden. Like, I will not be.
That's lying.
Yeah, that will.
That's not right.
I will not.
Like, it's kind of like what the Israelites said. Oh, okay, I'll fire you.
Yeah.
I like this. I don't want to fire God.
Yeah, and the same thing. Like, if I was,
That's a lie. That's not good.
if I'm like all about Biden, and I have a bunch of Biden posters everywhere, I have a flag, and then I go vote for Trump. Like, I will not be representing the Biden way, right?
It's
Just-
just a lie.
So it's with Yahweh. Everything I do, I have I make my life my rule about Yahweh. And so now I need to act in accordance with my confession.
Yeah. But isn't that an analogy the best one I ever made?
It's a really good analogy. Good job, my friend.
I just made that up and I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty good. Okay.
What's the analogy?
Ready.
So Logan, we're talking about. So we just read. Let's
And
see.
I'm listening.
Huh?
I've been listening.
You've been listening. So we're saying, so bearing God's name, or like do not use the Lord's name in vain means more than just saying, oh my God. Like it's more
Yeah.
than just using God as an adjective when usually you don't like something. To bear God's name is to say like your rule in life is about God, is about Yahweh. And so to bear the name of God inappropriately will be to say, I'm a representative of Yahweh, and then I go and sacrifice children to Molech. Like,
Yeah.
it won't be a proper representative of a follower of Yahweh.
You could just say, oh, I'm Jewish, oh my God, or
And I was asking if what Charlie's analogy was. I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear his analogy? You want to tell Logan? No? So we're talking about, so like for me, like I'm all about Jesus, Yahweh. And so we're talking about how it's like a gold pan. And like it's shifting through the dirt and gold. And then he said, Jesus is the water that cleans it.
Hmm.
And I said, yes, in next level, like he declares you, he also declares you good. But he's also, and today, like we have moments of refreshment because he just brings out the good qualities. So high five.
God. Okay. Alright.
Right here. Churches can have a rule of life, and the Ten Commandments are the beginning of Israel's rule of life. The Old Testament does not refer to them as 10 commandments, only as 10 words. The word Decalogue is a Latin-derived word that originally meant 10 words. So you hear that? So the Israelites, they did not mean it like 10 commandments is a new thing. It actually is from the Latin. So in the Hebrew, like it just pretty much just means 10 words. But it comes from the Latin, which means decalogue, which means it originally meant 10 words. It's history, etymology.
No. No one.
Indeed, in form, they look as much like definitions as commands, though you will or you will not is also a strong command. They have some overlaps with the rule of life the church needs. They address the individual Israelite men who are the head of the families. While many can be extended to people in general, they do hold up to the light the responsibilities and temptations of the heads of families in a patriarchal society. They begin from the point God made at the beginning of Exodus 19. God brought Israel out of their serfdom in Egypt. That God gave the right to lay down expectations of Israel if they want to be in relationship with God. It is to be an exclusive relationship. The first command is not concerned to deny the existence of other gods. The Old Testament is more inclined to demote them to being the real God's underlings, but to deny Israel the right to treat them as gods. There are at least two contexts in which they will be tempted to do that. They will live cheek by jowl with local peoples in Canaan who seek the help of other gods to make their crops grow and their animal and families fertile, and to enable them to stay in contact with their family members after they die in order to get their wisdom and help. The heads of Israelite families, and thus the families themselves, are to rely on Yahweh for all these needs. They are not to make statues to help them worship. This is another countercultural requirement. People like something visible to help them worship. The trouble is that a statue can never truly represent the active and talking nature of the real God. And in fact, worshiping with the help of a statue means worshiping a different God. It thus makes the real God passionately angry. God rescued them from the service of Pharaoh so they could serve God. They have no business bowing down to other gods as if they were free to serve them. The consequences within the family will be horrific. They will affect not just the parents, but the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Family life is like that. But if they accept this constraint, God's commitment will have much more far-reaching consequences. They must not associate Yahweh with things that have nothing to do with Yahweh and actually have no reality. They could do that by waging their own wars and calling them Yahweh's, or building a sanctuary to suit them and saying this is Yahweh's will, or making their decisions and calling them Yahweh's, or appointing the government they want and calling it Yahweh. They are to see to the observance of the Sabbath. The householders are to do so, and to make sure everyone else can do so. Even the animals. There is to be no sending the servants out to plow on the Sabbath when you are able to rest. This command has the longest rationale. It will be one of the most difficult to accept when the householder knows there is work on the farm to be done, and that failing to do it risks the families having nothing the next year. The householder is to honor his parents, who will now be old and not as useful to the family economy as they once were, and who may be inclined to interfere with the decisions he knows needs to be taken. The family, are you ready for the clutch? The family is basic to the way Israel is to work, and failing to honor one's parent imperils the fundamental structure of the society. It thus imperils its very existence. They are not to murder anyone. The KJV has "you shall not kill." But the command uses not the ordinary word for kill, but a word for slaying someone without warrant. It does not preclude execution, though we do not have indication that Israel practiced much capital punishment, even though the Torah will allow for it. Nor does it preclude war. It presupposes that relationships can get so fraught in the family and the community that one person might want to kill another, and it looks that reality in the face. They are not to have affairs. That is another reality of life in Israel, as in the church and in society. It again imperils the family and thus the society. For all the excitement, fulfillment, and affirmation that a man can find in an affair, it is off limits. They are not to steal. Your neighbor's ox and his ass are his livelihood. And you know what ass stands for, right? Donkey, right. His sheep and goats, his olives and his grain are his means of sustaining his family. You imperil his family by taking them. They are not to testify that their neighbors have done something that they have not. That can be a legal way of achieving the same ends as murder or stealing. It is just as forbidden. They are not to look to the inner attitude that lies behind many of those outward acts. Their neighbor's wife may be better at managing the household, more like the woman in Proverbs 31. His servants may be more hardworking. His animals may be sturdier. You could do your job much better if you had them. But be content. Ready? Last clincher. Be content with and do your best with what you have, says the command. Trust that things will be okay. And that's like legitimately one of the hardest things is trust. Knowing that the desire to take, it like legitimately comes out of fear, right?
Yeah.
And lust and long for power. All right, we can start, friends. That was a good read.
I guess Dave's
Yo,
Hey, Logan.
you want to do Here to Slay at all?
Oh, you're talking about the card game version?
Mm,
actually no new
well, tabletop. Maybe
I mean,
Justin.
yeah, like the tabletop. I mean, like tabletop simulator.
Yeah, if Justin wants to.
Yeah, Justin should be home, I'll say, in about 2 or 3 hours. Actually, what time is it? He has a 2. So in about an hour to 2, he should be home. And then we could just ask him once he
Cool.
gets home if he'd like to do table Here to Slay.
Maybe we should shorten it, just like to shorten the end numbers. Sure, 3 monsters is fine, but the amount of
Yeah,
heroes,
we'll stick to 7.
yeah, because it'll take a while.
It
It'll
seems
probably take more
like
than- you'll
every
probably
time
be
it's
taking
really
turns.
hard to get 8.
Yeah.
And so we'll just stick to the rules which say 7. But yeah, I just send a message when he gets home if you'd like to do Here to Slay. Trying to get a victory with this character in Slay the Spire
Mhm.
is very hard. Like, just her build mechanic just breaks my brain.
What is it?
It's like a unique, like, she has different stances and it takes energy to prepare stances.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So what are the stances like?
So you have the calm stance, which
Okay.
which doesn't really mean anything besides once you take yourself out of the stance. So then you can use like the wrath. Like once you go into wrath stance, you do double damage, but you also take double damage. But whenever you come out of calm stance, you also get extra AP.
Okay, is AP the 3 out of 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is like I don't have anything to create mantra, but there is so mantra, and that
Yeah.
like makes it so it gives you extra AP, but then it also makes so you do 3 times the damage, but you have to have special cards to build up mantra. So there's only like 3 states, but it's like it's really like she doesn't have very good defense cards. She has a lot of damage cards, but then if you gosh done mess up,
Yeah.
then you will then you take double damage and you can easily be wiped within a normal match.
Mm. Oh my gosh, I had the weirdest dream last night where something flew by my head and a bug got stuck in my ear. And I had to like the ear thing when oh gosh, why am I explaining it bad? When you plug your nose and you blow into your nose
Uh-huh.
and you can feel it in your ears popping to
Yeah.
pop your ears. And it popped out of my ear. It was funny. Like it was like a I felt it. It was
That's a
almost
very
like I was doing it.
that's a very interesting dream.
It was palpable. Sorry, I've had a weird morning and just tired.
That's
Not
cool.
tired, but just worn out from yesterday.
Okay.
Need
Are
a
you-
lot of sleep. My brain is getting used to it.
Are you okay though?
Yeah.
Okay. All that matters to me.
I just exercised yesterday, and
And your body, you're just like.
yeah, I haven't worked out in a long time. Like my upper body, mainly because I have tendonitis.
Dude, once you have a child, you get so much upper body mass.
Oh, I bet. Always holding that baby.
Oh my gosh, dude. I'm just like someone who never like really had any upper body mass, and then
Oh yeah.
well, because in high school, like due to family dynamics, I was so malnourished that I like if I did anything like work out or stuff like that, I would actually lose body mass because my body was just always just surviving. And so like gym, weightlifting classes, like my muscles more deteriorate because just the lack of substance growing up.
Yeah.
But now, since I'm like, you know, I'm not at the mercy of another person over me. Like since I always have like protein and vitamins, like my body, it's actually like I have decent amount of upper body mass now.
Nice.
And now I actually like, I used to be like scary skinny. And now I like, you know me, I gotta tell me.
That used to be my dad all in high school. He was skinny. And then, well, he was skinny. He was like you. He didn't get enough food to eat.
Yeah.
So he was super skinny, but I don't think his muscle would deteriorate. He would just get like that skinny muscle, you know?
Yeah.
Like where it's not lean, but it's super. I mean, I guess it's super lean.
So like for me, like I can run forever. Like I have, like my muscles got their oxygen back really fast. Oh, I should have done that reverse.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like legitimately, like Jeremy, if you hang out tonight, he might play Baldur's Gate 3 with me and Isaiah, and if you're around, like he used to go, dude, you're just like jumping like a deer, because like I was just light on my feet, and I had my bottom muscles, you know, they were lean and very what's the word? Like I could go forever.
Yeah. Did you ask Jordan if he wants to play with you guys? He's been playing Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what time you're starting, but he's been playing it.
Yeah.
And I know he asked to join. Well, maybe.
He never asked me to join. I actually invited him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he has never responded back.
I see.
And this character is literally the definition of patience. You just can't. You just can't like you can't end your turn if they're doing damage within wrath states. Hands of greed. Oh, he's gonna spit at me. Oh, at least his weekend's not.
Remember me showing you this game, Geometry Dash?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing it forever, but like ever since 2020, like I would just hard think, be a thinker, philosopher in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know what I gained that from. Probably my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Always thinking outside the box, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, now that I play this game, it's like, especially more difficult levels because it's a memory and rhythm based game, so you have to really implement those things.
Yeah.
And when you think, like you need to really just put your mind to the game. It's not a multitasking game. And I know
Yeah.
I said I'm a multitasker,
Yeah.
but me thinking while I play it, it throws me off. So it's fun.
I
It's
get
fun
that.
and not fun. Because your mind's just wandering because you're playing a just mindless game.
Yeah, that's why those games are really hard for me.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to just like get into that zone and just play.
Yeah. But I know a thing that might help is like me playing while I'm talking to you, maybe. But it's also like a muscle memory thing to think and play this game at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll get used to eventually. But it's just a pet peeve of mine right now.
I should probably just use those to get them out of my hands. Darn it. Alright, let's finish him.
Wow, that part is hard.
Phew. I see. Interesting. I can only use that. Even if I use that card, I can only use that if. Okay. Lesson learned.
But yeah, thinking while playing this game, it's like meditation. Have you ever tried meditation?
I mean, I've taken many classes.
Like Buddhist
Yeah,
meditation?
I have.
Hmm.
Like it's just
Well, not meditation in general, just I don't know if it's specific.
you're trying
but
to, like-
Zen meditation.
you're all, it's like trying to reach moksha. Like I've taken classes.
Well, have you ever done Zen meditation?
Maybe not Zen.
Okay. Well, Zen meditation is you stop thinking and you focus your mind on the moment, and you do not focus on your inner thought, your inner being.
Yeah.
It's super interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost like I connect it to this game. It's like you're trying to focus on this, but you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem you're having, is you're thinking. How do I stop thinking?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Makes
focus on the moment. Yeah, it's a weird anomaly. I don't know if I was going anywhere with that, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
reminds,
just-
I've done it
it's
before.
that
and
flow.
reminds,
That flow feel.
yeah,
Some people get it like by meditating. Like
I guess.
oh, I probably should have done that. Are you playing Castle Crashers?
No.
Wow, they just totally robbed that sound. They totally, like, that was just the very beginning, dun, 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 like that little like jump, totally. Oh gosh.
Mountain tennis.
If I don't do something, this person's going to.
And it's funny because this game is based on, it's a rhythm-based game, so there's
Mhm.
music. And in Zen, there's also some branches of Zen that use Zen music while they meditate.
Mm,
And that's also something. I've tried that before when I was into that stuff.
mm,
But it reminds me now, it's like a super flow state. But it's a different type. Some of the songs in this game have lyrics, but not all of them.
mm,
So I wonder what that does to the brain.
mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the Ancient Thoughts, they did a pretty good job getting the brain space somewhere. I prefer the Hebrew style meditation. Like I'm not too keen about the others but that's just because I like to always put myself in a framework, and I'm not against it. I'm against when it's an act of worship.
Yeah.
Because Buddhism, yes, technically it depends like what type of Buddhism. If you're in the more like the main there's the way of the elder. There's the main vehicle, which is mostly like the big vehicle, which is mostly around China, all that kind of stuff, where there are gods and goddesses and things like that. Like I have like when it's like an act of worship. That's when I don't think it's cool.
Yeah.
Man, what a very unique card. It makes me just gather so many. Oh, that's something. Allows me to keep on going in and out of the different forms. So I pretty much get my full hand. Interesting.
Oh my gosh, this is lovely.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like it's always the question, I think, with other is this a cultural thing you have to ask, or is this an act of worship?
Mhm.
No. You can absolutely tell what it's modeled after.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chara was talking to me. I think I'm just saying yeah. Just say yeah. Okay. So, I need more survivability. See my power card. My potion for when
I die here. Definitely not.
That's fun. It's the Buster Blade. No, it's a gun sword from Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, use it for the sword part.
Stop thinking, brain. I really want to talk, but I'm far into this level, so I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
Okay, I died. I was thinking there was this one Zen Buddhist that I would read.
Mm-hmm.
I have some of his books, but he would talk about how he would read. He's dead now,
Yeah.
but he would read. He would read Christian texts,
Yeah.
Christian scripture,
Yeah.
just as a thing he would do,
Yeah.
just fun. And that's kind of inspired me to do the same, and that's a reason I came to. You know how I would come to Bible study even though I wasn't a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing that inspired me.
Mm.
So, yeah, big part of one of his books is him talking about the Christian scriptures. I'd love to read that part again.
Hmm. Oh, it's a power card. I was thinking power as in doing damage. Oh, I'd like mess myself up doing that. Should've done that a long time ago. Probably just killed myself. I mean, I killed myself, but probably. Actually, let me see here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, darn it. That's. Alright, I'm gonna take a big hit, almost die. Now to finish him off. Next, ow! Next turn. Heal.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I wonder why the guy I'm talking about never like saw the truth about
Yeah, I
Christianity.
came to.
Because there's a thing C.S. Lewis talks about in one of his texts.
Mm-hmm.
He says there's those that darn it. There are those that you know what, I forgot.
Yeah,
I'll
it's like
think about it for a
like
second.
even the people who crucified Jesus love to listen to what Jesus said.
Yeah.
You know, like we know it's the truth, and it takes a lot to get people to take that next step. You know.
Yeah.
Gotta do this. Come on, nothing to get me out of my. Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll give it a try, because. Okay, if I attack twice, it's 5, 14. Alright, I'll take one of those blows. Ugh. Huh? Okay. Love you. Hmm. Hmm.
5 years later.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say was about C.S. Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
In one of his writings, he talks about the men that are in honest ignorance,
Yeah.
which means like Socrates,
Yeah.
he never knew about Christianity,
Mhm.
but he was close to the truth, but he could never put his finger on it. He
Yeah.
really tried. So he was in honest ignorance. But then you have people today that know about Christianity but would rather hide from it and not explore into it to open the door.
Yeah.
So they're in dishonest error. So they know that either this is the truth,
Mm-hmm.
am I going to explore it or find out it's a lie, or
Mm-hmm.
am I going to find out it's the truth? So they're
Yeah.
in dishonest error. So that's why I want to look into about that guy I was talking about. Like, he was most likely in dishonest error, of course,
Mm-hmm.
because he knew about Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Will this be the truth or will it not?
Yeah.
But he'd rather stay in his comfort zone.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can never honestly say the inner workings of someone.
Yeah.
I do say that it does take honest humbleness to step in and see the resurrected Jesus as king and declare allegiance, like, and to say that you no longer are going to rule reign your life, no longer going to operate out of the fear of death. All right. Man, barely won that. I need more stance stepping out. I don't have to do that. I'm like living on the edge right now. Living on a prayer. Living on a prayer.
I don't care. I was
Wow, we're halfway there. Dang it.
I think I could just.
Hey, I got the mighty sandwich.
Oh, are you kidding me?
The Mikey sandwich. Nothing can beat the Mikey sandwich.
Do that. Does 9.
Get out.
I get 2 more to 24. Alright, I should be able to. Wait, what? Oh, I messed up. I messed up. Whew.
I have a grenade launcher.
You can use that.
Yeah.
It's faster.
Or it can use this.
I'll allow it.
It shows like a sticky launcher.
I'll allow it. I'll let you guys give it a shot.
And I can't see you right now. Listen.
I have.
Why? Totally nobody knows that.
I just did.
Oh, yeah, the same weapon.
Oh my god.
That way. Ah, come on, get up! Ow! Oh, yeah. Damn it! Get up! No! Oh, I got
Six.
grabbing oil!
8.
Ah!
6 plus 8 is 13. Plus 8 is 21. So I'll have.
Ah! No way. Self-destruct. Are you ready? Self-destruct, buddy? Stop! Stop! Get up! Oh, thanks. This has one, okay? What?
Oh.
Ow! Ow!
I got this.
Wow! I just said it's not good.
Charlie, ready?
9 plus 30.
Hey!
9.
Oh my god, this stupid run! You didn't even let me see. You didn't even see my
this.
No.
No. I want to request no PvP. Then that's that. It always goes south because usually like what you have been very flexible today, so I'm willing to give it a try. No.
Dang it. Oh. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh God!
Oh, hey, Houston.
Hi, Corey.
How's workday, friend?
Hiring.
Oh,
It was only part-time, so I got up at like noon here, but I'm just so drained. I just
collapsed.
checked out pretty much.
I've been there. Especially with allergies, I actually check out. Oh, I oofed it. Darn it. I messed up hardcore.
I haven't even had to deal with energies like that. It's just the work environment is really humid and hot.
Mm.
Oh, you are so dead.
Hey, Justin.
Hello again.
Would you like to do some Here to Slay in the next allotment?
Do you want to?
Huh?
Do you want to? I know it takes a while for us to get it set up.
I think we've done it now that I think we could actually pull it
Take
off.
that long to set up.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh my gosh, there was a decaying rat in my dad's garage, Corey,
Oh, yummy.
Oh.
and this thing was like 3/4 of a foot. Maggots were eating it.
Ew.
Yeah, it stunk.
Oh man.
Who knows? Maybe
It
I
was a
need to.
gigantic rat.
Oh, sorry. You were still going.
You say you want to get a rat?
No, it was a gigantic rat.
Oh.
Like I've never seen a rat that big. It was like New York status.
That is funny.
What were you gonna say, Justin?
Maybe I need to talk to Ben or something about being a gig worker. Choosing your own hours might be a lot better for me.
Are you wanting hours more later on in the day?
I think it's there's that, and also you can do like different amounts of hours, and you know how I am with a lot of things, and just
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea.
the stability that I currently have and all that. Like maybe doing something like that would be still beneficial. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's save Here to Slay for when you have more energy.
I don't know if that's gonna happen again.
Well, I need to use the restroom, so I'll be back.
But honestly, something with thinking might actually be nice right now. welcome back.
Oh, I actually put stream ending. Stream has not ended. For now. Wah, 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 wah.
Dang it.
All right. So I like question marks.
Did you want to do here to today?
That will be so at 3:30 we'll do the next allotment.
Okay.
And then like we could do during the hour here to slay.
Okay. Because I think something that with mental stimulation might be very good for me at this point.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Just thinking of you, my friend.
Because the work is a lot of plugging things in and just following the labels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
There's occasionally some like troubleshooting, but like usually not. So
Mm.
a lot. I was hoping for more of the troubleshooting part than
Yeah.
that, but yeah.
This is a really isolated job.
If you count a bunch of fans and noise going on constantly, it's isolated.
Right. Yeah.
Because
that's
it's like 90 degrees and humid.
Hmm.
I have no idea what you mean by isolated. Sorry, Logan.
like by yourself. A lot of the time. Doing your own thing.
Not really, no. There's
You like helper kind of.
I'm like a helper at this point since I'm still a trainee effectively, so
Hmm.
the person training me usually helps with a lot of it. It's a lot of like constant standing and type of shit like that, so.
Hey man, at least you're
Physical
not working at
issues.
Red Robin's and
I
hacking-
legitimately don't think I could even be a food server. I don't have the
Not,
I don't have the balance for that.
right.
I'd probably
Oh.
drop everything.
No, I'm talking about there was this guy. We went to Red Robin's last night, and there was like a new guy, like probably a day, and
Oh,
he's I don't know what he does. He puts stickers on to go bags, and he gets the forks and the spoons and knives ready, right, for the
Yeah.
table. And he gave us just a fork, like no knife or anything, just a fork.
well then.
It was nice.
Then you just grab your
You're like,
stick
"What
by
is
your
it?"
hand and just start. That's what.
Yeah.
It's like go animal style on it.
Like, where's our fork? I mean, where's our knife? Just fork. Like, you know how they put the fork and the knife around the napkin?
Mm-hmm.
It was just a fork. Like, why do we need napkins at this point? Wrap it around. That's to hold them together.
You're dead.
Gosh. How long have you known? How long have you known Ben, Corey?
Since they came, so I think
I'm not gonna even know.
they actually applied for the youth pastor position. They actually came
Yeah.
from and that was back when either I don't know if we're in the I think we're still in the theater at that time.
Oh,
So it's been about a good couple years.
did we meet in the theater, or do you remember me from the theater?
I don't remember where I met
I
you.
went to the theater once or twice,
I probably did meet you.
or three maybe. I mean, I wasn't really a meter type of person. Like, I'd rather just stay in my isolated group and let Brennan introduce me.
No, I know what that's like.
Brendan just
It's easier in the
tell
shadows.
everybody about me.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't even think I met you or Robin in the theater. Maybe Robin. I met Robin mainly in the youth group.
Oh, balls. All right, boys, in 20 minutes, we're going to have to go through step, okay? Give me my money back.
Of course.
Man, what a terrible roll. So going against the Snecko, who just randomizes the value of things.
Oh my god,
The magic sandwich!
There we go. That's a better roll. Dear sweet Lanta.
One shot.
Just made some corn dogs.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, so I have an air fryer
Mm-hmm.
and it's also built in with like everything else, like an oven, cooker.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice one. Fun to use. Oh yeah. While I was downstairs waiting for it to end, I look at the kitchen table and I have a chess table on there,
Uh-huh.
right? And the two horses are out on the front. Like just the two horses,
Hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it gave me PTSD because that's my dad's strategy.
Yeah.
He puts out his two horses first onto the first step. And it is.
I didn't even know you guys
PTSD.
had horses.
Huh?
I thought you said horses. I'm like, did I mishear? I definitely misheard. I thought you said horses. Like you had horses or something. And you're saying like that's your dad's
What-
strats.
What the heck are the horses called in chess?
Oh, chess. I
Oh my
want to say
gosh.
rooks.
You're not paying attention. No, they're just called horses, I think.
They're called knights. Knights. That's what they're calling in chess. I must have missed something.
Oh yeah, knight. No, I was just saying I look at the table and I have a chess table
Uh-huh.
on the table. And I look at it in my dad's strategy where he puts both of the
1
knights on the
second.
front.
Look and say something
Plays
to
them
me.
first.
Can you repeat that? Other voices. What are you saying? Your dad has a strat, and I keep missing what your dad's strat is for cooking food.
No, what? What did you get that from? No,
Okay,
I'm saying,
then I must have missed some. Yeah, so
I'm
clearly.
saying I look at the kitchen table
Okay.
while I'm cooking food is what I was saying. I was cooking my corn dogs and I look at the chess table while I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And his strategy where he puts the two knights, he plays them first.
Oh, I see.
Both of the knights, and that's his strategy. And his strategy kills me every time. He does that every time. Puts his two knights and he kills me immediately.
Yeah, he does that.
PTSD.
The instant blocker move.
Yes. I don't know how to counter it. It's the worst. And I suck at chess. Yeah. Every time I play against him, like, I just want to give up.
I didn't know your dad was a good chess player.
Dude, he's so good at strategy games. And I wonder if anyone, most likely, could beat him, but I just suck at chess, so I get destroyed. I've never seen anyone beat my dad in chess.
All right. In 10 minutes, we're going through steps.
Hey, yo.
And also, this is 150 health with a 35% shield. Meaning,
Bye.
I suck.
may I see it? See me? Wow, that was the best.
Ow!
I'm not even facing.
Ow! Wait, you press U there?
Execute? Yeah. Make you have the orange. Yeah. The orange. Yeah. And the explosive. And the finisher. The one where you build.
Ah!
That's just when
So buggy.
If you use the execute ability, and then you can redodge.
Maybe you You better stop what you're doing and stand outside! I'm back door, bud.
Well, yep.
No, I don't think so. That was your trick.
Ah! It's closed. My favorite. Wow. Ow! At least I make it the blueprint, okay? At least it's the blueprint. Oh, yep, yep. Wah!
You take more damage.
What?
That gives you more health, but.
It's dinner time! Wait, let me at least get this. No, whoa!
Like, what? They're not taking damage.
Wow, what am I doing? Oh my god! They're fixing my field.
Oh my god, I'm on 14 kills.
Yeah, I have one. Ow! God! I'm already dead.
Oh, I should save that week for.
Hey, I see you up there.
Can I just get the blue one, okay? Can I just get the blue one? You're lying.
All right, boys.
I don't think so.
What?
All right, boys. We're at time. We gotta do ring step.
I have like a 20 kill streak.
Okay, we're at time. Alright. Justin, Logan, you guys still want to play Here to Slay?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, we'll switch things over. We have to go through ring step. Tabletop simulator. You ready? Alright, let me save and quit. Quit. Put
Like
here.
this crown or a private server for every game.
We're doing here to slay, and
Including
I'll put
ones
that there.
have private servers turned off. What? The crown is like 65,000 Robux. I don't want that crown. No. You can sell it for 65,000 Robux, Trevi. Don't anybody to buy it. Okay, let me ask you this then. 65,000 Robux or a private server